Hello everyone and welcome. It's Shanna. Now today's video is part of KCC 17 that runs until March 31st, and we are featuring our super sponsor, Colorado Craft Company. Now Colorado Craft Company sent me 3 stamps over. They sent me this poured out Easter, which is gorgeous. It's Jesus' feet and the woman washing his feet with her hair. And they also sent me the garden party. This is darling. This will be really fun to work with. And then in addition to that, they sent me the mermaid and seahorses, and this is a large stamp set that has some sentiments, and these are wonderful. Can't wait to work with them. Now today we're going to work with the poured out Easter. I loved this stamp set and I wanted to work with it right away. We will be working with the other stamp sets throughout the challenge, and I'll be bringing those to my channel. But today we're going to focus wholly on this poured out Easter stamp set. And I'm just bringing in the stamp and a couple of the sentiments and then the vessel. And we're going to get these inked up and stamped down, and we're going to emboss. So I'm going to use my VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink, and we'll get them stamped up. We're going to do some embossing. While I'm doing that, I'm going to just talk a little bit about the challenge. So the challenge runs January 1st through March 31st. And you have 3 chances to win prizes. You can enter each month by taking a single picture of all 15 cards, following the sketch guide. Then to officially enter the contest, to be eligible to win prizes, you're going to want to upload 1 photo containing all 15 cards to the link party for the month. Now, there are QR codes for each month, one for January, one for February, and one for March. You're going to scan the QR codes with your phone, and it will take you directly for the link to the link party for each month. And that is how you're going to upload them. You may also upload pictures of each individual card sketch into the card sketch albums on the Kendra's Card Challenge Facebook group page for a chance to win some additional monthly prizes throughout the quarter. So there's multiple chances to win, and there's lots of fun. So I would encourage you to, complete your set of 15, take a single picture, and then scan the QR codes and get them uploaded to the link party for each month. So you can actually submit 3 different sets of 15 for your chance to win. So back to the card. What I'm doing now is I've put my embossing powder on there. I've got my heat tool, and I'm just going to heat this up. I use that VersaFine Clair because it's really good dark ink, and then I embossed it so that it would not run when I use my alcohol markers. So I'm just bringing in some alcohol markers, and I'm doing some coloring. I've sped this up quite a bit because it does take a little bit of time to color. Now this image is not difficult to color, because there's a lot of wide open spaces, and there's just not, it's not too fussy of detail, but it is really nice. So I'm using some cool grays just to create some shadowing on Jesus's white garment, and I'll just kind of go back and forth over that a couple times so I get the desired color that I want. And we'll bring in some other colors to color up the gal. So we've got a lady here that is washing Jesus's feet with her hair, and the alabaster oil that is in the bottle there. So I'm just using, I wanted to add a little bit of color to this, and so I've kind of got her wearing a creamy Tuscan looking garb, and I'm just going to get it colored up, and then we'll color her hair. We've got to color, her hands and her hair, and then Jesus's hands and feet. And then we've got sandals, and we've also got the bottle that the oil came in that we'll need to color up. And then we're going to color up the floorboard as well. So we'll just get all this done. So I have I'm almost completed my first set. I've got to video, I think 3 or 4 more cards from the set of 15, and then I'll be uploading my January entry into the link party so that I can have a chance to win. And then this is just an individual sketch here. I'm just choosing to just cut my pieces for this just individually and not using the 6x6 cutting guide. So, and I'm going to actually do this one kind of interesting. I'm going to use some dies, and I am going to modify this sketch to fit, because this is a good size stamp set. In fact, all three of those stamp sets that I showed you at the beginning of the video are large stamp sets. So I'll have to choose a sketch that has a large area so that I can fit all this on. And I'll you can even modify your measurements a little bit if you need to get your your stamped image or your focal point to fit. You can certainly do that. These sketches are a starting point. They're really designed to kind of get your creativity flowing. Obviously, you've got the set of 15 and you have a chance to win and everything. But really, these are just to really get, your creativity flowing. And if you're stuck and you just don't know, what to do, you can certainly use these sketches to get you going. So I took one of my nested dies and I die cut this out. It was pretty close to the measurements that was on the sketch guide. I might have made it slightly bigger just so I had a little bit more of my stamped image showing, and then I layered up my my next layer would have been slightly bigger as well. And so that's where I'm modifying this. Instead of cutting, just a rectangle or whatever, I've got a die cut where I have the rounded edges, and I've got a layered a die cut layered piece that's going to go behind it as well. I've got a little bit of white peeking out there, so I brought my cutter in and I'm going to cut it down. And then I've done the same thing with this. I've used that same nesting die set, and I've just die cut out some black. So this black piece is where your pattern paper would be. And so what I chose to do is just create my own pattern paper with black, and I used some white embossing powder, and I just embossed "He Lives" on there. And I'm going to layer this stamped image on this Tuscan paper. I think it kind of matches with the gold, and it certainly matches with her garment that she has on there. And I'm just touching up some areas that I missed on my floor. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to modify the sketch a little bit. It's got it lined up more evenly, but I'm going to push this "He Lives" paper up to the top and clear over to the edge. I'm trying to create more area for my focal point, and I want the "He Lives" to be able to be seen while it's layered up there. So I'm just going to push that all the way up to the top, and then I'm going to push the other all the way to the bottom. And there is a modification I have made with this sketch. And that will pretty much get everything laid down on there. Now I'm going to actually get some embellishments and bring those in. I'm just grabbing for my triangle tray so I can dump some of these embellishments out in here and kind of take a look at what I've got here. And these are gold, and I thought they'd look nice on there. I've got some decorative circles, I've got some plain circles, and I've got some stars in here. And I first pull out the decorative circles, but then I change and I just go with the plain gold circles and use those. And they're just like little sequined embellishments. And so I'm just going to pick some of those out, and we're going to get them laid down on here. Just kind of do a random pattern there. I'm just trying to get enough glue to secure that sequin, but not enough that it seeps out all over my black paper. And we got 3 down there. And then I decided I wanted to put some up by the cinnamon at the top. And I'm kind of at the top edge of my camera here. So hopefully I'll pull it down, or actually you're not going to be able to see me put that one up there. And I was trying to be mindful that I needed to be right in the center of that line there, but evidently didn't do a very good job with it. So here's my card. And then I had the idea that I wanted to draw some attention to the "He Lives." So I'm just creating some lines just to kind of make that pop out there. And I think that looks nice. Now I did also stamp out the other sentiments and the vessel. And so I'm going to take it, and I've layered it up. I've laid my vessel on there, and I'm going to layer it up and put it down here on this decorative paper, the pattern paper that I used for the back of that. And we're going to get it laid down on the inside of our card. And that'll finish up our card. I think it turned out really pretty. I love it. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.